Good afternoon. I'll be teaching you the Ballad of Father Gilligan by William Butler Yeats, W. Yeats. W. Yeats. Now you find he is a famous poet in English literature. But he is not from Britain. He is from Ireland and a very major voice of Ireland. He is an Irish poet. Now Ireland, Scotland, two places which are with Britain, but they have separate identity. Now this poet, when he wrote this poem, he had the same feeling that he is not an Englishman but an Irish. Okay? Now, but he is a major voice in English poetry. He was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1939 to 1923. 1923, he got Nobel Prize for Literature. And he is the person who was responsible for Rabindranath Tagore to get the Nobel Prize. And remember it. He was the person in 1914 that Tagore got Nobel Prize because of him. Because he translated the Gitanjali first. It was a first in English. Otherwise, Tagore would not have got Nobel Prize. Because who can read Bengali in England? Who can? The gentleman first translated it into English. He fell in love with the Gitanjali, and Tagore got Nobel Prize for Literature in 1914. Look at this. So he is a great man. W. Yeats, William Butler Yeats. Now, this poem, the Ballad of Father Gilligan. What do you mean ballad? Ballad is a kind of a song that in the village the people sing. Suppose somebody sings from Sita Haran or from Rama Vivaha, Ram's marriage. These are the portions. So they sing the part of an epic, part of a big story, small one, and they sing. And this ballad is a song about some people, okay? It is short stanzas, and it is about a gathering in a village where the people sing. Some people in Odisha also, in all over India, there are small places where the people sing of someone. Somebody sang of Mahatma Gandhi. Somebody sang of Nehru, Pandit Nehru's. Okay? So all these things are there. So it's a song among some people about a story. Certainly it's a story, ballad. Okay? Now, and this ballad, you find, the ballad of Father Gilligan. There is a man called Father Gilligan. Who is a father? The priest of the church. Ballad means song of Father Gilligan. About Father Gilligan. I told you about Mahatma Gandhi we can sing. About Pandit Nehru, about Modi, we can. Because Modi has done something good and we can sing. Villagers join together and they sing. So you find here also that man is Father Gilligan, because in church we call somebody father, capital A, father. Okay, because the ultimate father is Jesus Christ. Because when you tell the students, try to tell them, Father is God. That is in Christian. That Father, unless the students are new, they must know what is Father. We have Jagannath is the Father. We have Jagannath is the Father. So they are also fine. But in Odisha, Jagannath is accepted not as father, but as brother, elder brother. But in most of the places you find Shiva is father. But in Christianity, the father is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, not Jesus. Jesus Christ. Okay? And those who are working in the church, they are called father. Head is called father. So the father name is Father Gilligan. Okay? It is an Irish name. No, not a Christian name, Irish name. The old priest Peter Gilligan, his name is Peter Gilligan. Gilligan was very night and day, for half his flock were in their beds or under green shorts lay. Once while he nodded on a chair at the moth hour of eve, another poor man sent for him, and he began to grieve. He began to grieve. I have no rest, no peace, nor joy, for people die and die. And after cried he, God forgive, my body spake not I. He knelt and leaning on the chair, he prayed and fell asleep, and the moth hour went from the fields, and stars began to peep. They slowly into millions grew, and leaves shook in the wind, and God covered the world with shade and whispered to mankind. Upon the times of sparrow chirp, when the moths came once more, the old priest Peter Gilligan stood upright on the floor. Aberon, the man has died. While I slept on the chair, he roused his horses out of sleep and rode with little care. He rode now as he never rode by rocky lane and fen. The sick man's wife gripped. The sick man's wife opened the door. Father, you came again? Father, you came again? And is the poor man dead? He cried. He died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gagan in grief swayed to and fro. When you were gone, he turned and died as merry as a bird. The old priest Peter Gilligan, he knelt. He knelt him at that word. He who hath made the night of stars for souls who tire and bleed, sent one of his great angels down to help me in my need. Me in my need. He who is wrapped in purple robes with planets in his care, had pity on the list of things asleep upon a chair. Look at this. It is a story. That is, ballad is primarily a story that is told in the villages. Every village you go, they have a story. Every village you go, they have a story. Every sai has a story. Every poda has a story. Every school has a story. Every home has a story. Not the same story as in my home or your home. So you find here, the old priest Peter Gilligan, he was old. He was not a young man. He was old like me. The old priest, his name is Peter Gilligan, was very means worried and tired. Worried means thinking of something else, thinking of always, and tired. Tired. Weary night and day, for half the flock were in their beds. Half the flock were in their beds. Flock means, look at this. What is the flock? In Christians, Christ is the shepherd. Christ is the shepherd. We are flock. Flock of sheep or shepherd. Flock of sheep. Christ is the shepherd. So that image, that picture runs through a Christian mind. That picture, image runs through a picture. We don't have this father concept. We have Purohit. We have Pandas. We have all those things. But they have father. And this man is the father of a small church. There are very, very big churches in the world. But it is a village church. Village church, and head is the priest. Father. Okay. Father means he is the father. We are all children. We are all children. The concept is from shepherd and the sheep. Flock. Flock. Menda Popolo. Menda is the only sheep that in the Bible you find. We are all. Because sheep are innocent. Innocent. Every man born is innocent. Every man, every child is born innocent. Okay? The Father Gilligan was tired, and worried also, day and night, for half his flock means people here, those who remain in that village called flock. Half his flock were in their beds under green should lay. Under green should means SOD. SOD shorts. Shorts means clay. Clay means they are in the grave. Now you can give the example of Corona. And what would be the condition of a priest? In our time, no priest, doctors. Suppose a doctor is tired because every minute somebody is dying. At the time, Corona was not there. Corona in our time, at the time, might be cholera was there. Cholera was there, okay? So once while he nodded, so under the green sword, so half of them under the green sword, under the grave. Once while he nodded on a chair. Nodded means dozing, because he was tired. Father Gilligan was tired. So he was nodding. At the moth hour of eve. Moth hour is not the evening. Just when you find moth, a kind of insect come. Okay? Kind of insect come before the evening. So in the moth hour, he was tired. At the moth hour of eve, another poor man sent for him. Another poor man sent for him, means called him. Sent for him, called him. And he began to grieve. The man, Father Gilligan said, I am tired, I can't move. Again you came. So what happened? Began to grieve, complain. Okay? I have no rest. I have no rest, nor joy, nor peace. So he started. I have no rest, no peace, no joy, for people die and die. And after cried he. So when he said, I have no rest, suddenly became conscious. Oh God, what I am doing? I am complaining about my work. But the people are there for my service. Oh God, what? And after cried he, God forgive me. So he cried, oh God, excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't speak, my body spoke. I didn't speak, my body spoke. My body spoke, not I. He knelt and leaning on the chair, he prayed and fell asleep. He knelt and prayed, fell asleep. He prayed, fell asleep, and the moth hour went from the fields, and stars began to peep. So the evening passed, and night came. Stars came to the sky. Stars started twinkling in the sky. And the man fell asleep in the chair, in the armchair. The man, Father Gilligan, fell asleep. Okay? He knelt and leaning on the chair, he prayed and fell asleep. and the moth, because his body didn't work, he fell asleep, and the moth hour went from the fields, and stars began to peep. Stars began to peep. Stars came. Maybe it was already night. They slowly, into millions grew the stars. One star, two stars, three. Then millions of came, and leaves shook in the wind. Leaves also started to wind, and God covered the world with shade, with cover, night. And then there was no electricity that it talks of. So darkness came to the earth. Darkness came to the earth. God covered the world with shade and whispered to mankind. Whispered to mankind, told the mankind that it is time to rest. Upon the time of sparrow chirp, sparrow you know, ghorchotia, now which is not there. Ghorchotia, even sparrows. Sparrows are not there. In my childhood, sparrows were there. Okay? Upon the time of sparrows chirping of the birds, chirping. When the moths came once more, moths, that evening insects, moths again come, Juljulia poko. Moths came once more. The old priest Peter Gilligan stood upright. Again, suddenly he woke up from his sleep. He was tired. He was deadly tired, and he fell asleep. Suddenly got up, because the night came, and he felt, Mabaran, my God. Mabaran is not an English word, it's an Irish word. From Ireland, Mabaran, my God. Mabaran, the man has died. The man who sent for me, he is dead. He is dead. Died while I slept on the chair. Died. He roused his horse. He woke his horse up, because as of there was no motorcycle, scooty or car. He came by horse. And he rode his own horse alone, as nowadays you come by your own scooter, motorcycle or car. He roused his horse out of sleep and rode with little care. Without any, speedily came. Very fast he came, without caring for his life. Look at this. He neglected his thought. So he came very speedily with his horse to the sick man's house. He rode now as he never rode, because he had never rode so fast. So he rode now as he never rode, by rocky lane and fence. But he didn't care for the road. He did not think of the roads. The sick man's wife opened the door. The sick man's wife opened the door. And what she said, you know? Father, you came again. Father, you came again. That means father had come. And he said, Father, you came again. The man was surprised. Father Gilligan was surprised. What? I came. I didn't come. I was tired. I slept. But she says, I came. How can it be? Father, you came again, and is the poor man dead? Is the poor man dead? And Father Gilligan asked, is the poor man dead? He cried. And what was the reply? He died an hour ago. He died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gilligan in grief, so he died an hour ago. The old priest was surprised. Stunned. S-T-U-N-N-E-D. Stunned. The old priest, he died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gilligan in grief swayed. In grief means we are so sad to hear the death of the man to whom he could not attend to whom he could not attend to. So he felt guilty. He felt himself guilty. So we find the old priest Peter Gilligan in grief swayed to and fro, moved from this side to that side, in grief, because he was sad. He was sorry. He was sorry because he neglected his duty. He could not come. But the wife said, the wife of that poor man who died said, when you were gone, he turned and died as merry as a bird. So in a Christian belief, in a Christian family, before death, the father of the church comes. He blesses like in our own religion, the Purohit comes. Okay? Or family priest will come and say something, the man will die peacefully. Similarly, in Christian society, the priest will come and bless the body, bless the man, and man will die peacefully. The man will think that God has come. God blessed him before his death. That was the belief. And that is the belief now also in Christian society. Okay? Because we have priests, they have fathers. Okay? And the lady, the wife said, when you were gone, he turned and died. So you came and you blessed him. When you left, he died as merry as a bird, as happy as a bird, as happy as a bird. He died as happy as a bird. The old priest Peter Gilligan, he knelt him at the word. So when the lady said, you came, after you left, he moved and peacefully died. He was surprised. How? I didn't come? How could it be? He knelt down before the cross. Cross, you know, before the cross. The symbol of that God, this cross is the symbol of God for a Christian. Okay? And those who die, they believe that they are blessed by God. Okay? So he knelt down because he felt guilty. He didn't come. But the woman, the wife of the dead man said, Father, you came, and after you left, the man moved and died peacefully. Strange. He was surprised. He was taken aback. Taken aback. To take aback. Take aback. Surprise. Surprise. Astonish. Astonish. So he knelt him after what? Then he said, He who hath made the night of stars for souls so tired and bleed, sent one of his great angels down to help me in my need. So the Father Gilligan prayed to God, and he knew that God had sent one of his angels to help him because he was tired. His body spoke, not him. Not he spoke, his body spoke, he said it. So he who hath made the night of stars, God is everything. God has made the night of the stars of the night for souls who tire and bleed, for souls, for the people who tire, who work and bleed, suffer. Bleed means suffer, but that bleed is a particular meaning in Christian philosophy. God bled for us because Jesus sacrificed his life for us. Okay? So he bled for souls who tire and bleed. This bleed we cannot use by the Hindus. We don't use. But they are crushed, suffered. They are crushed, suffered, and crushed blade, because he was crucified. You must tell the students that he was crucified. Our God was not crucified. So, bleed means blood. So there was running of blood from his wound because he was crucified. So he who hath made the night of stars for souls who tire and bleed, who tire and bleed, suffer, who are tired, bleed, sent one of his great angels down, so that God sent one of his great angels to help, angels down to help me in my need. Because my body spoke, not I. My body spoke, not me. So God sent one of his biggest angels to help a poor man like me. But my body spoke, not me, to help me in my need. When I needed the help of God, God sent one of his biggest angels to help me. So I didn't come. God sent the angel to work for me. So what happened? He was grateful. He was full of gratitude to God. He who is wrapped, so God, he describes last stanza. What does God lives? He who is wrapped in purple robes. So the God always lives in purple robes, color. Purple roses, robes. Purple robes, robes means dress. R-O-B-E-S, robes. With planets in his care. So God is the mighty Father. God is the mighty God, powerful. So all his stars under his control. With planets in his care. Had pity on the list of things. So how great is God? God is so vast, so great. All he controls the universe. All stars, planets are under him. That great man took pity on the small man. On the small man like me, who neglected his duty. Okay? But God helped, because, why did God help? Because my body spoke, not me. I didn't speak, my soul didn't speak, my body spoke. Because my body was not able to move, but I was ready to move. So God understood it, and God sent one of his angels to help me to do my work. He who is wrapped in purple robes with planets in his care had pity on the least, smallest creature of the earth, that the Father Gilligan says, I am such a small insect, that God is so great that all angels, everybody is under him. So he took pity on me. It is the greatness of God. It is the greatness of God who took pity on me, had pity on the least of things. On the least means absolutely no identity. Least, the meanest thing, M-E-A-N-E-S-T, meanest thing, had pity on me on the list of things, asleep upon a chair. I was asleep. I was sleeping without doing my duty. I was asleep. I was sleeping. But the poet, but God, instead of penalizing me, instead of punishing me, he took pity on me, because my body spoke, not me. Okay? So this poem you find, what do you find? The character of a man who walked day and night for his people. I say for his people means a priest has an area. He is a priest of a small church. So I say for his area. Suppose your village, because you know no problem, most of them are from Christians family. So they know the father, the priest, those who take care of them, small churches in the village. There are so many small churches in the village. There is no one church. Okay. So, asleep upon a chair, he who wrapped in purple robes with planets in his care had pity on the least of things. Pity on the least of things, smallest thing, very insignificant. Who am I? Just the insignificant, a priest. and I did not do my duty. Look, though God has sent one of His angels to do my duty, because He knew that I was dead tired. I was dead tired. Dead tired. T-I-R-E-D. What you have to? T-I-R-E-D. Tired. Why did Father Gilligan kneel down? Yes, Father Gilligan knelt down because he had no strength to attend to another call. Okay? He felt that he was neglecting his duty. So he knelt down. He prayed to God that God, excuse me, I can't do any more. My body is fixed, my body doesn't move, but my spirit is there. I can do this work. What do you mean by Maberon? What do you mean by the word Maberon? My God, my God. I told you Maberon is not an English word, but an Irish word. So, Maberon, the people of Ireland say that, Maberon. Okay? Maberon, the man has died. What does? He was surprised. He woke up. Oh my God, I was late. So the man must have died. So he felt guilty because he could not do his duty. So what did he do? He took his horse and without caring for his safety, he went away, crossing the rocks and stones, and what did the white man say? White man said, Father, you are again. Look how you ask the students. Father, you are again? That means, what do you mean? The wife was surprised. The wife of the sick man was surprised. How could he come again? But look, Father Gilligan had not come. What did Father Gilligan do? Father Gilligan slept on a chair. On his armchair, naturally. So on a chair he slept. And when he woke up, he felt sorry. Because he had not been able to do his duty. And the poor man And when he asks, Father, you came? Again you came? And the man could not say anything. He could understand what was the matter. That in his absence, God has sent one of his angels to work for him. Because his body complained, but not his spirit. On that point, you have to explain to the students. Body complained, oh, I can't do it again. Suddenly become conscious, no, I must go. But he slept. He was so tired. Dead tired, I wrote, na? Dead tired. That he was dead tired. He felt like a dead man. Dead tired, I know. So he could not move. Though he wanted to go, he could not. So when he woke up, he felt he did not do his duty. So he rode recklessly without caring for his safety. Recklessly without caring for his safety. So he moved and crossed roads, mountains, hills, and reached the dead man's house. So you find so the woman said, Father, after you left us, my husband moved aside and died happily. Look at this. Died happily. No Hindu can say died happily. Okay? But a Christian concept is there. Death, we go to God. And that is what, when a Christian dies, a dead man is bathed in soap, dressed either suit or like this, with all the cosmetic, perfume, and even a happy farewell. What about us? We start creating halla gulla. Halla gulla. We start creating, we beat, we cry, and hold each other, create a confusion, chaos. The dead man out of fear will fly. But here, in a Christian society, in a Christian religion, the man is given all respect, all food. Even they send the food with the dead man and send him to grave. Grave. The same thing happens in Muslim community. But in Hindus, we say that though Hindus believe that death is just a change of the body, change of the dress, but we never do that. Okay, for them, for a Christian, death is the most death we reach God or the Father. Okay, Father Gilligan.